January 2009. We're off to visit Laos. We start our trip in Bangkok and then travel north to Chiang Rai, where we stay for a few days in the Golden Triangle before sailing south on the Mekong to Luang Prabang. We then fly to the provincial city of Vientiane and then on to the Laos capital, Paski. Back on the Mekong, we catch a converted rice barge for the trip down to the Cambodian border. From Antara Resort, our home in the Golden Triangle, we chartered the hotel's boat, complete with a 4-cylinder car engine. I feel our choice of boat was a good one, as most of the water was on the outside.
This is the junction between Laos, Thailand and Burma.
These sleepy fishing villages have all modern facilities like shops and laundry service. But the highlight of this area was a visit to the local elephant camp. These elephant camps are not just a tourist trap, they serve a useful purpose, breeding and training elephants to work in the forest. Visitors are invited to enroll in a one-day Mahout training course, which culminates in a bath in the river for both elephant and student. Today we leave northern Thailand and head across the river to Laos, where we join this old barge for a trip down the Mekong. On the way down the river we call in at some small villages. Their way of life seems pretty much untouched by modern technology.
They can use this for like bathing. Okay. Yes. If they have some little so and when they made it stay together, they will boil sticky rice and they put this.
Back on the boat we head further downriver to our overnight stay at Pek Beng. This comfortable, though rather basic accommodation laid on a display of local dancing. In the morning we speed on our way to a village that specialises in making whiskey.
Mix with the rice and then put the rice in a big jar about 2 weeks and then the rice become fermented. After that they put the rice in the pot here. They put a bamboo pipe, a big metal inside, cold water on the top and the heat. They make fire. So when the alcohol vapor comes up against the cold water become condensation to the big metal and it run to the pipe, to the bottle here. So the first few liters, they are very strong, about 60%. And then when they get all the whiskey, they will mix up together. It becomes 40 or 45% of alcohol. That is the way they distill whiskey in the village. It's quite simple way. Piggy. Hello, little piggy.
Next stop, Paku Caves. It's a religious site that's crammed full of Buddha images. Leaving this tranquil location, we head on downriver to the World Heritage town of Luang Prabang, where we visit some beautiful waterfalls. This water wheel drives a simple hammer that is used for pounding grain. In the park beside the waterfalls is a bear sanctuary, where these Asian black bears, also known as moon bears, have been rescued from bile farms. These bears are intelligent, playful creatures, so the keepers hide their food in different places each day. This game of hide and seek keeps them interested. They're large, powerful creatures. When they stand up, they're over 8 foot tall. They're called moon bears because of the crescent-shaped white patch on their front. Back in Luang Prabang town, we visit the local monastery. This local bakery specialises in sticky rice cakes, which are left to dry in the sun. They look very nice, but don't have much taste at all. We visit some hill tribe villages. These people have been relocated to the lowlands in a hope to stop them farming opium. These people are very poor as they've now lost their livelihood, and they have to collect algae from the river and dry it for food. We tried some in a local restaurant, and it actually tastes better than it looks. These young girls of only 11 or 12 years old had to help out with the family weaving. To keep the seedlings out of the way of the ducks and chickens, they're grown in this old American bombshell. These people waste nothing. The monastery and some vegetable gardens are the other side of this fast-flowing river. An enterprising family have built this toll bridge, and they charge a small amount for people to cross. Apparently this bridge washes away each rainy season, and they have to build a new one when the floodwaters subside. You can see the basket of stones hanging below the bridge to act as a stabilizer, a bit like our Millennium Bridge in London.
So, when the month like above, because not every year, about 6 or this.
This Naga dragon contains water, so it can be used for the ceremonial washing of the Buddha.
This one we still use every year, but in the corner, in the cloister over there.
These pillars are designed to lean about 4 degrees in, which strengthens the construction. This is one of the stone jars that come from northern Laos. Apparently they can weigh as much as 6 tons. This one has been repaired, but they were originally carved from a single block of stone. This monument in the capital city of Vientiane was built using cement that the American military had given to Laos to build a runway for the American fighter planes during the Vietnam War. I am really beginning to like these people. From Vientiane we fly to Pasky, where we board this converted rice barge. It may look like a floating shed, but it was very comfortable and the food was excellent. This is the sacred mountain of Wat Po, with its ruined temples that predate even Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Amidst these timeless ruins, village life carries on, with its fighting cocks and its paddy fields.
Hello.
Just think, every stem of rice is planted by hand. This must be a back-breaking job. This tree is known as the candle tree because the tar-like sap will burn and it's used for lighting lamps.
Of Wat Phu temple, the same importance as Wat Phu, and same period.
I was impressed by the fine joints in this ancient masonry.
From the fruit. They are very thirsty. Yeah, I know.
These villages survive on subsistence farming, but the kids look healthy and everything seems to work. This foot-operated hammer makes food production marginally easier. And this high street filling station stocks both petrol and diesel.
qui a coupé le bois? C'est elle ou c'est des gens qui lui ont amené le bois? Women work hard, so men stay at home. So women prepare everything for the kitchen.
Charcoal production is another important industry. Toys tend to be rather basic, but nonetheless cherished.
Sweet, beautiful. Kiss a kiss. It's very pretty.
One, yeah, sticky rice cooking. And when steam it, yeah, you change the size there.
It doesn't look
And
sticky.
for better cook,
Turn it.
turn it.
Back on the Mekong, we travel south to a region known as 4,000 Islands.
This is Dondet, the West Island. Dondet.
We next visit Cone Island. This is an area much liked by backpackers. Apparently you can get a room with dinner for $5 a night.
Young fishermen.
The navigable northern Mekong ends abruptly at this railway bridge. Beyond here is the Cone Peng waterfalls that make the boundary between southern Laos and northern Cambodia. Cone Island has Laos's only railway line. This steam train used to go from one end of the island to the other because it bridges the falls and allowed river traffic to come north through Cambodia, offload, transferred by the steam train back onto boats onto the northern river, which can take them as far as China. We must now travel back upriver to where we can catch a bus which will take us down to have a look at the waterfalls.
Enjoy bathing.
Before heading back, we spend a few days on the aptly named La Folie Lodge on a mud island in the middle of the Mekong. This quaint rustic island has no cars, just a merry tiller and some bicycles. Although they have no running water or sanitation, this farmyard has a generator and a sky dish. But they don't waste their electricity on non-essentials like a circular saw. I assume the community is quite prosperous because although they have a perfectly good temple, they're building an even better one next door. Sadly, all too soon, it's time to leave La Folie and climb back upon our personalised transport for the trip back to civilization. It's quite a culture shock leaving this rustic charm and arriving in a luxury beach resort in Thailand. It's hell, I know, but someone has to do it. before heading home, I just have time to sit and reflect on all the things we've seen and done.